If you're ever gonna get one thing in this life on track, that is your sleep, because it is the most important. If you are wondering why I'm in a different location, Lexi, where's your car at? Let me tell you something, it's cold, okay? This whole time I've been in my car, it's been freezing. And I just thought, you know what? Let me do it in my house. The lighting's out. I thought this is gonna be good, okay? This is my family home. These are my paintings at the back and my brother's puzzle pieces and like a little train I made at my apprenticeship. So you can see the real me. I know we all love a good holiday, especially when it's, you know, completely on the opposite side of the world and it's nice and hot and warm, and I loved it too, okay? When I went to India, I had the time of my life until it was time to come back and face reality, okay? This was horrible. My sleep schedule was a disaster. I was waking up at 5 a.m, going to bed at like 7 a.m, then I had to get to work for 8 o'clock. Do you know how difficult that was? I was sleeping at random times throughout the day. I literally had no energy, like, to do anything. You could even see it in my skin. Like, my skin was dull, I was unmotivated, and if you know me, you know that I love doing things. Like, I am so motivated and I will always be here and there doing this and that. So that was really an ick. I decided enough was enough. I grabbed back my control and now I sleep like a baby and I wake up with so much energy and I get so much done. I have a bunch of notes, as you can see, they're all here. If you are struggling with your sleep, here are my 5 steps on how I fixed mine, so you can fix yours too. And the last one is definitely my favorite, okay? Wait for it, guys, wait for it. You're either gonna love it or you're gonna judge me like super hard. You know those days where you have been so active? Now I'm not expecting you to run a marathon, I'm not expecting you to go on a hike, I'm not expecting any of that. You know, maybe you've just ran some errands, maybe you've gone to the gym, maybe you've done a little bit of a walk, maybe you cleaned your house. You have slept like a baby on those days. And it's not just a coincidence, it is backed by science. There is actually so much science to prove how being physically active can genuinely help us sleep. Now, physical activity and mental activity, they are 2 different things and I will touch on it, but currently we are focusing on your physical activity. Also, if you hear a weird blurry noise, they are trains. I live near trains, so you're gonna hear trains in the background. Sorry. So there is a chemical your brain releases, but I don't think I can say it. So wait, where's my phone? We're going to figure out how to say this chemical's name. I think it's pronounced adenosine. Let me go to YouTube because I always do this. I put like words that I can't pronounce into YouTube and it tells me. There we go. It's an ad. Hold on.
We are looking at how to pronounce this word.
Okay.
How do you go about pronouncing it? Adenosine.
Adenosine.
You don't want to stress on the second syllable.
Okay, adenosine, right, forget that, we don't need his whole backstory. Adenosine is the chemical that your body releases which makes you feel naturally tired, okay? So after you go to the gym, after you do a lot of activity and you feel that little slump, that's the adenosine kicking in. Think of your body like a phone charger. If you have all this energy in your system and you haven't got it out yet, there is no need for you to charge, and that charge is your sleep. So if you work out and you know you go out and your battery's low, you're gonna need to recharge, which is go to bed. But if you've done nothing in the day and you've been a lazy horse, come on guys, like, you're just genuinely not gonna go to bed. I just saw a bird poop out my window. I hate when birds poop. They be pooping all over me, you know? Anytime I go somewhere, the birds always be pooping. Anyway, they say it's good luck, but I don't really think so. Another thing that I think people really overlook is how much your mental health has on your sleep. So if you are very, very stressed out, whether it be work, personal issues, whatever, okay, that is genuinely going to affect your sleep so much. And I get it, life gets in the way, people do stupid things, you know, like, I've been there, I get it. However, exercise is also shown to help with that. So if you are feeling very stressed out, you know, after a long day, I'm not expecting you to go to a gym sesh. I get it guys, I get it, and I love fitness, okay, don't get me wrong. However, I get how difficult it is, especially when you're very stressed out. Even little things make a big impact, you know, go on a little walk, or maybe you want to do a bit of yoga, a bit of stretches. This will help your body release some endorphins so you feel good, and then hopefully your stress is diminished a little bit, and that can help you sleep a bit better. Consistency, it's where it's at, which is moving on to my second point. This one I don't even think I've mastered myself. Honestly, I am at war with myself every weekend because I want to leech out of every second of it. I love my weekends, and I think everyone loves them. They're your rest and your rejuvenation, especially if you've had a very, very busy week. For my 9 to 5 babes, okay, I know how you feel. And weekends are sacred, you know. They're the time you get to spend by yourself. They're the time you get to go out. They're the time you get to sleep in. That's the real issue here. I don't want to break it to you, I really don't, but these late nights are throwing your sleep pattern out completely. Humans are very simple creatures, you know. We have a circadian rhythm of the beats. Sorry, I was remembering Arthur. Please tell me you guys know who Arthur is. Like I was saying, humans are simple and we have a circadian rhythm, which is basically your internal clock. Now this internal clock, it wants to go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time. And don't get me wrong, I want to stay up, okay, I want to have chit chats, I want to do my hair care, I want to read my book, shit. Younger me wanted to go clubbing and go out, you know, you want your date nights. I get it, but it is so bad. It is so much harder to actually get back in the rhythm. Like, it takes a week for your sleep cycle to come back on track, and then that week that you were all lazy and slumpy and getting grumpy at people, what did you really accomplish? Was it worth it? Were those late nights worth it? There is actually a term for this, and it's called social jet lag. This is when you're awake on Sunday, it's 2 a.m. and your body still thinks it's party time, it's go time, and your brain's telling it, hey, please sleep, you gotta wake up, and it just doesn't want to listen. I probably do this like a really unhealthy way, but I'm 22, okay? I like going out, I like talking to people, I like having fun. So if I go to bed really late on my weekends, so for example, let's say it's Friday and I've gone out, whatever, okay, I've had a good time, let's say I've gone for a meal. If I go to bed late, I will only let myself wake up 1 hour earlier than I normally do. Okay, so I wake up at 5 o'clock, latest I wake up is 6 o'clock, and I'm up at 6 o'clock on that Saturday, no matter what time I went to bed. If I went to bed at 5 o'clock, I will suffer. I will suffer that day, okay? Because at least that way, on that Saturday, I know for a fact I'm going to bed early, and it will try and fix my sleep schedule. I don't actually think that's healthy. I am not recommending you to do it. However, that is my way of balancing everything out. I think the correct way of doing it is actually, you should only let yourself go to bed 1 hour, like with a 1 hour time frame. Okay, so let's say if you always go to bed at 10 p.m. instead of 10 p.m. you want to go to bed at 11 p.m. That gives you 1 hour leeway to have fun. I can't do that. Personally, because I am never gonna go out and then like cut it off midway. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna go out having the time of my life and oh shit, it's 11, sorry guys, should have been in bed by now. Like, I had to include it in this video, I'm sorry, because it's really important, okay? And it is definitely one of the things your future self will thank you for. So if you care about your future self, you should care about your present self. That should be on like a t-shirt. Damn, that is a good quote. I should post that on Pinterest. I'll do bits on Pinterest. Oh, this is my favorite. This is my favorite thing. Okay, it is creating a nighttime ritual. It is so simple. You can do literally anything that signals to your brain, hey, it's time to go to bed, girly. Like, stop thinking, stop being crazy. I also really like having a night routine because it gives me these like micro doses of self-care. Okay, I am such a self-care girly, and I think everyone needs to prioritize themselves and make sure they give love back to themselves. And I think a really easy way of doing that is having a nighttime routine that you stick to. I love gua sharing at night. Now, I know loads of people gua sha in the morning, and anytime I do it, they're like, why are you gua sharing at night? And it's like, look, one, it's none of your business, okay? And two, I also think that I know that gua sha is to kind of like, you know, depuff your face, and it's temporary and it only lasts that little bit of time. But personally for me, I'm not going to do it in the morning, right? Because I've got other things to do in the morning, and then I'm rushing. I ain't got time to sit there and gently gua sha because I'm thinking of all the little things I need to do. So that's not going to happen. And two, consistency is what makes the gua sha work. So the only way I can be consistent is at night. And three, I use lavender in my oils. So I mix these oils together. They're all cold pressed oils. Okay, you can use whatever oil you want, but I dab it on my face and then I use my gua sha. The notes in the lavender, it genuinely like puts me to bed. Like, as soon as I smell that scent, I know it's bedtime. Another thing I love, I've been doing this since I was a kid, is my evening showers. Now I know some people are morning shower people, and that is okay, okay? I used to be solely evening showers, and I only had evening showers. Now I have 2 showers. I have evening and morning because they do different things. Like my nighttime shower is like nice and warm, and I take my time and I go to bed and it feels good. And then my morning shower is like a little bit quicker and a little bit colder. Make sure though, if you're having evening showers, you shouldn't have it just before bed. So I was actually watching this like sleep expert, and what they were saying is that if you have your shower too close to bedtime, it actually throws you off because of your body temperature like kind of changes. So for your body temperature to get back to like a steady rate and a normal state, you need to have your shower like at least an hour before bedtime. This one is real now for my busy bees, for my people that, you know, you think about 500 things all the time and your mind's going crazy. Okay, what you need to do is disconnect. Now I'm not telling everyone to get off their phones, because I do not get off my phone before bed. I'll be so real. Like, I tried it and it wasn't me. Okay, I want to go on my phone. I barely scroll, and at nighttime just before I go to bed I get like a couple scrolls in, and I love it. Okay, I love it. It feels rewarding. I've worked so hard all day and I finally get to scroll. However, that only works because I don't scroll in general. If I was an active. If I was an active scroller, then I wouldn't be doing that at nighttime because my brain's not gonna know that it's time to go to bed. Something I will do is, like, currently I'm at my family house, I will stop talking to everyone. Okay, I literally talk my mind out. I talk about anything, everything, and if there's like a sensitive topic that's brought up to me just before bed, my mind will just keep going in circles thinking about it. Okay, so I make sure to disconnect by not socializing. Okay, if anyone wants to text me, they can text me, but I'm not doing like big conversations over text. It's like small like okays or replying to something, but nothing crazy, no big combos. That's how I desocialize. I also really try and tell my brain to calm down, like actively. I'm like, anytime a thought comes into my mind, I say, okay, I'll either write it down and look at it tomorrow, or I'll tell my brain, hey, you know, we're gonna do our morning pages in the morning, we can jot that all down tomorrow, so it's fine. That way my brain knows, okay, she's listening, she hears me, but she just doesn't want to do this. I think my main struggle when it comes to sleeping is my mind is so active, and I feel like that's one thing that really helps. And that is because I have done years of meditation. I've been meditating, I've been journaling. Trust me, they are things that you need to get into too. My favorite one, which is my last one, but we have one more thing before I get onto it, but it is basically a drink, and I have this warm drink before bed. If you follow me on socials, you might actually know what I'm talking about already, and if you don't, then don't worry, you will find out, so don't worry. What are we on, point 4? You know, I wish that they taught you these things in school, but they be teaching you some other stuff. But sleep zones and sleep caves, sleep whatever you want to call it, is so important. So first we're going to start off with darkness. Okay, your eyelids, they are so sensitive and receptive to any single light that comes in. Okay, so the smallest light that comes in, your brain's going to go whoop, it's morning time to wake up, bitch. Okay, but it's not, it's nighttime and you need to go to bed. Now some of you are gonna say, oh, like I can sleep anywhere. Me too. Ask anyone. I will sleep anywhere. I will sleep at the airport, I will sleep on the streets, I will sleep like in the plane, I will sleep on the train. I can sleep anywhere, anytime. Okay, especially in moving vehicles. Yeah, I'm gone. I still know the importance of creating a sleep zone because it's about the amount of REM sleep you get, which is the good stuff that you want. In my house share that I was staying in, we actually have blackout curtains, which is really good. Blackout curtains are amazing. Like, you can fall asleep at any time, any place, anywhere. Like, they are great. The second thing, which is really important, is temperature control. Now, a lot of people are going to say make sure you have a cool room, but I think I'm very sensitive to the cold. Okay, like literally if my toe is like poking out of my blanket and there's like a tiny waft of wind, I will wake up because I'm cold. From my experience, as long as the temperature is stable and it's not fluctuating, going up and down. I know sometimes you guys have your little heaters on and they be burning the place up. I've been there. It's me. The people I'm talking about is me. The science behind this says that your room should be around 16 to 20 degrees, and this is to not disrupt your body's natural cooling rhythm. I also just put mouth tape as well. I feel like that really helps me sleep because of the way I breathe. I don't know if that's like a point in here, but I just thought I'd put it in there. Now, my ultimate favorite hack, and this is something I will swear by. If you don't want to do any of the other things, do this one thing and it is going to change everything. And I have the science behind it as well, just so you know that I'm now waffling. Haldi doodh, turmeric milk for my non-natives, golden latte for the white girls. In an Indian household, yeah, this wasn't like some trendy drink. This was something people literally feared. They ran away from it. It was disgusting. You know, you were told it's good for you, for your bones and everything. Some people were giving it when they were sick. I wasn't giving it when I was sick. We were given like jeera water or fenny. If you're going, you know, if you were really sick, your parents would give you fenny. They'd obviously burn off the alcohol, but you'd get fenny and it would feel like you're an alcoholic. I genuinely would fake being more ill just to get it, but that's a whole different story. Now, the reason why turmeric milk is really, really good for you, it's because turmeric contains curcumin, which is really good for its inflammatory properties. And milk has typhoff or something. Listen, I have to find out. I don't know how to say any of these. Like, the science sits in my brain, but I actually can't speak. Typhotophon. I wonder if it's going to be the same guy again.
Dopamine and melatonin, which is tryptophan and others. So you end up...
Tryptophanin, which I got very wrong. Typhotophon. Tryptophanin is what promotes the production of serotonin and melatonin, and that's what helps you sleep. I promise you this will help you get the best sleep of your life, okay? Like, just do it, okay? This is my recipe. Kind of eyeball it, but I know anytime I say that, everyone gets really annoyed and they're like, we need measurements, so I'm gonna give you some measurements, okay? Half a teaspoon of turmeric, a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon, a pinch of black pepper, and a quarter teaspoon of ginger. The black pepper, it actually activates, or it helps kind of like your body absorb the curcumin that the turmeric produces, hence why that's there. The cinnamon's very good for like digestion and stuff. Honey, did I add honey? Oh no, I didn't say honey. Sometimes I add honey. That's just because, you know, sometimes I have a sweet tooth and that's really good and it kind of masks the taste. It's super duper easy to make, okay? I've seen like videos where people boil it in like the little Andes, how do you say, pots, yeah, you boil it in the pot. However, I just put it in the microwave. You get a cup, put your milk in it. I'm a lactose free babe, okay, so I use almond milk, but you know, you can use whatever milk you want. And I heat the milk in the microwave, then I add all my spices, stir it and drink it. And it's not only good for your sleep, the drink is actually amazing for your skin. Like, it makes your skin super bouncy and super nice. And don't look at my face on this side, okay? It's got spots on it and that's because of beef tallow. Yeah. I don't like beef tallow. It made me break out. I'm not a fan. I posted it on my TikTok and then everyone was like, well, not everyone, like a couple of people were like, oh, well, it might be working and it's your skin getting worse before it gets better. Bitch, my skin's fine. My skin is fine. Whatever product I put on it, it should be fine, okay? And I know my skin. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, of course, I don't expect you to do all of this, but I hope you take away at least one thing to add to your sleep schedule. And, you know, like, you don't need to do the whole thing at once. Like, I feel like sometimes, you know, when people hear these, they're like, oh my gosh, I need to do this. Pick one thing, okay? Pick one thing, add it to your routine, see if it makes a difference. And if it doesn't, drop it. And if you love it, stick with it, okay? And then you can build on your routine and you can make your own little ritual to help you go to bed. If you guys have your own routines, let me know so I can evolve mine, and comment down below which one's your favorite. If you really like this video, why did I do this? Why did I do that? If you like this video, please make sure to share, like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and have a look at this one.